So just start.
So I think we're just live.
Skip the intro.
Yeah.
Hi, and welcome to Pool Boy Radio. We are recording on April 19th. I'm Henry O'Shea, joined as always by the big man himself, Jack O'Shea.
That's right.
On today's pod, Val Kilmer is a horn dog, Ronda Rousey is a C word, and we talk about the new Netflix hit show, Too Hot to Handle. We are back. It's been a little while. Had some stuff going on, but we are back in full force.
I wouldn't say full force just yet.
No, we had significant technical difficulties to start.
And even that too, I don't know if I'd say significant. I think it was a minor hiccup, but it was not good.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't quite understand all of it, but it does seem like we were live for several minutes before realizing it.
We might have been. We very well could have been. I'm going to be totally honest. I'm not even 100% sure that we are
recording.
Well, we're definitely not. We're definitely not recording. I'm just listening. Yeah, there we go. There you go.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Okay, so Alyssa Bloomberg, you can hear us. Bubby, can you hear the thing?
We were just listening to us.
Okay. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Okay. Well, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, we're back, baby. Not a ton going on. We got the new Michael Jordan doc on tonight. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, you just told me though that it's not like bingeable, right?
I think they're just like the first 2 episodes are coming out tonight. 1 sec.
Oh yeah, we got the air conditioning on stuff too.
We're
a fucking mess.
First 2 episodes are coming out today, but super excited. I realized as this was getting all hyped up, I really don't know a lot about Michael Jordan.
No, I know that he was like a dick.
Yeah, like that's the big word this week is him being like, people are going to think I'm an asshole after this. And I'm like, Mike, pretty sure people already think you're an asshole. I don't think that's new info.
But in a weird way, it's like if you own it. He like Michael Jordan understood something that a lot of our, the people today don't understand, which is just never apologize. Ever.
Yeah.
You can be the biggest dick ever, and if you just own it, then everybody's like, well, he's the greatest. He deserves it.
He's in front of a camera less than just about anybody that everyone knows their name.
The only times you see him are for commercials, and like they're getting rarer and rarer.
Here's another thing I'm going to bring up that people don't talk about enough. I know he's Michael Jordan. Remember when he had the Hitler mustache?
Yeah, I don't think anybody really hit him for that. I don't think.
But he got off for that one. That was fine. He was in a Hanes commercial.
Was it full Hitler mustache?
I mean, it's what makes it a Hitler mustache, I think, is that it's a third. It's not full. So it was a third, which made it fully a Hitler mustache.
And as a mustache man myself, I can tell you right now, like that's a big no-go. Like you can go.
I would say, Jack, it's the only facial hair on your head style that you can't do. There's only one.
Yeah, I think other people would disagree. I think other people would say there's a lot of things where they're like, that does not look good. But those people are fakes and they're liars. And everybody who's been bringing that up is just jealous of my mustache. I'm
going to stay on Hitler for a second. I'm going to give you our fun fact of the day. So today...
Hitler fun fact
of the day. We are recording on April 19th. Tomorrow is 420. 420, obviously very significant in hippie culture. Do you know why 420 is the holiday that it is?
Because it was Hitler's birthday.
So I always heard that. It was Hitler's birthday.
Yeah, it was like...
It's true.
Those damn stoners.
It's true.
And they're those damn Nazi stoners.
So that was my thought was like, guys, I always assumed it was a coincidence. It's like it was for some other thing, and it just happened to be on the day that Hitler was born, whatever. Turns out, no, it's 100% has to do with his birth date. So then I go, that's kind of weird. I guess that's about as punk rock as you can get to be like, we're doing on Hitler's birthday. But like weird for the hippies and for the stoners to pick that day. Turns out it was in protest of Hitler. When I think he was still alive when it became a thing. He hated weed.
Oh.
Hitler was like, weed's the worst.
Oh, I was going to say.
Not chill about it.
I was going to say, was it because Hitler just loved chops?
So it's a protest. Like, fuck you, Hitler. We're going to smoke weed all day because you hate it. So think about that tomorrow when you're getting high, or today when you're getting high.
I got to say.
Look down and say, fuck you.
I don't know if I totally believe that.
Well, Wikipedia told me it, so unless you have other facts or proof, I'm gonna stick with that one. Let's get going, huh? Winners and losers in a sec. We're almost just about back to full speed.
Yeah, we're close. I'm not gonna lie. Like I started off really slow, but yeah, let's just pot it. Fuck it.
Let's just hop in, dive in into the pool.
Yeah.
We're gonna go winners and losers. I have 2 winners, so I'll give one, and then you give me one, and then I'll do my second one if that's how you want to do it. So my winner of this week is Val Kilmer.
Okay.
So Val Kilmer, I read this whole thing about him the other day. Do you know he has throat cancer? Big bummer. Makes sense. He looks completely different, and he
From how long has he had it though?
I think the past couple years. I think he's good now, but he had it. Like that explains. Every now and then we'll see a picture of Val Kilmer like in a wetsuit or doing something where like, what happened to Val Kilmer?
Well, he's put on probably I'd say 100 pounds.
Yeah, he puts on a lot of
like
weight, and it all goes to his face.
A comfortable 100 pounds though. Like he pulls it off. He's not as sexy, but it's like he's still as fun.
Yeah, because he was a sexy man for a while.
He might have been the best looking guy in the world.
That Iceman, him and Top Gun, that hairstyle is something that him, Dolph Lundgren, very few. I don't think you can pull it off unless I don't know if you put Howie Long in that category. He kind of has that Iceman, Ivan Drago haircut where it just goes up.
You need to be a natural blonde.
It's like a buzz cut, but there's enough on it that it just sticks up.
It's the high and tight, right?
Is that what? I don't know, but whatever it is, it really worked. Him and Tombstone with the mustache.
Yeah.
He's an alcoholic, but boy, he makes it look good. But so Val Kilmer was in the news because he, in an interview, said that for over 20 years he has not had a girlfriend. He's been single. And he said that for part of every day he's lonely. I went, oh, Val. I was like, no, Val. So I read the article, and he was basically like, I'm a very lonely guy, but it's okay. I've always found women infinitely more interesting than men. I'm like, whoa, pump your brakes. And then he goes, perhaps,
I'm awesome.
I know, perhaps that's why we've always gotten along. We are big Ophi elephants, and they are butterflies. So at first I put up my hands, and I go, hey, Val, whose side are you on? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like
bros before hoes.
You're on our team.
Yeah.
And then I realized, Jack, Kilmer, the player of all the players.
He's just trying to get laid.
This is one big move.
Yeah,
this is one big setup. I mean, the guy, 20 years single. Okay, Val, you haven't been getting pussy this entire past 20 years?
You
don't have a girlfriend because no one wants to date the guy that's on.
Got a different woman every night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the single thing.
I'd fuck Val Kilmer.
Yeah, so that's the single thing. And then this whole, like, screw guys, go women thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is just this is catnip, Jack. You're laying the bait.
It's a tale as old as time.
Yeah.
It's a tale as old as time. It's a technique.
He's chumming.
It's sadly used. He's chumming.
He's chumming.
He's chumming.
He's on the back of a boat chumming right now.
He's chumming the water.
And I respect the fuck out of it, Val. Way to go.
Yeah. Good for him.
Keep
Good for
pussy. I'm just going to go straight into my second winner because that was quick. My second winner is Ron Perlman because this story came up recently. It's an old story that we talked about, but I want to rehash it because it's just Ron Perlman's the greatest. So Ron Perlman's the guy from Sons of Anarchy.
Mm-hmm. He looks just like Matt's dad.
He looks just like our roommate Matt's dad. And he's from Hellboy, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Gigantic jaw.
Yes.
Comically large. That's the one difference between him and Mr. McGinnis. That's why he's a better looking guy, Mr. McGee. But Ron Perlman is the man. Because do you remember when Harvey Weinstein first got busted for all this stuff? When it was like the hottest thing to do was share your Harvey Weinstein story.
Yeah.
So like it was like half the people sharing these terribly awful stories of what he did to them, and then a lot of guys being like, I once did this to him. Like it was like Brad Pitt confronted him about this, or like somebody, you know what I mean? Like guys being like, I stood up to him.
The heroes.
Ron Perlman, it turns out, was the biggest hero of them all. Because he shared the story, and he shared it again, being like, it's so good, I got to tell it again.
Yeah.
He was trying to get tickets for something from Harvey Weinstein, and Harvey Weinstein was very rude to him. So later on, he ended up getting the tickets, and he told Harvey Weinstein, like, by the way, thanks, even though you couldn't help, like, I got the tickets.
Yeah.
And Harvey Weinstein told him, like, okay, like, I'm glad you did, but, like, make sure at the premiere, come shake my hand, like, out of respect or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dick move by Harvey Weinstein.
Mm-hmm.
So what does Ron Perlman do, Slick Ron? Right before he shakes his hand, he pees all over his own hands. And then he goes and shakes Harvey Weinstein's hand.
And I don't know if you know this, Ron Perlman has the biggest hands.
He's got
in
massive
the fucking
mitts.
world.
Okay.
That's a lot of pee. I doubt he could drench them all.
And does he tell Harvey Weinstein after the fact? No.
Oh, I would have
The whole
liked it, but
joke
it's like,
is
by the
that
way, I peed on my hands.
Harvey Weinstein is walking around with pee on his hands and he doesn't even know it. Here's my thought, Jack. Is that a win?
That's why we call him Harvey Pee Hands.
Is that a roast?
That's where it all started.
I think that's more of a burn. Like Ron Perlman, you know you have pee on your hands. You just shook a guy. He doesn't know. By the time that he found this out, he probably doesn't even remember that ever happening.
You know what Ron Perlman also is the nobody in the history of mankind, not even Castro, looked better smoking a cigar.
Oh, he owns the cigar thing, dude.
Because in Hellboy and then definitely in Sons of Anarchy, they're like, it doesn't really fit your character to be smoking a cigar. But
cigarette,
he just munches it. Like he looks like he's eating a carrot.
You could never do a cigarette because a cigarette for the size of his face, a cigarette would look tiny. It would look like a toothpick in his mouth.
Yeah, it would look very feminine.
It just wouldn't make sense. You know who else looks great with a cigar is the I believe he's still alive, but incarcerated Suge Knight.
Yes,
he looks fantastic with cigar.
A big man,
if you have a big face, like a Bruce Willis,
and big hands,
like a Sly Stallone.
Yeah, dude. Man, we never really got into cigars.
I have honestly never even really. I tried once at like graduation. I just didn't really get it.
I just don't really get it. It doesn't get me high.
Everyone, it's always like you don't inhale.
It's like, what are we doing?
I just honestly don't know how to breathe right. That doesn't make much sense to me.
Like you
there's only one lane to go down, right?
Yeah. No, there's two because sometimes they'll take a sip of water
and it goes down the wrong
and it goes down the pipe. And I always wonder, what's that pipe doing?
Yeah, why get that pipe out of here?
What's that pipe for?
It's too close to the pipe that I send the water down.
By the way, the close-up cameras, they both kind of like shifted off.
Okay.
So I'm going to switch them back on unless we want to just stick in the wide.
I like all wide, baby.
So that we can just really get a good glimpse of
my knees.
Thighs.
Both of our knees.
Look at these.
I said before the pod, this is the first time we've ever both worn shorts on a pod.
And I said that has to be a record.
It does. It is.
It's definitely a record.
I alerted the right people.
The most shorts on a podcast because New never wore them.
No. Who's your winner?
My winner is Gamblers. / the gambling industry in general. So obviously with sports being paused or stopped entirely, except for like some countries like Taiwan has like every now and then I've been seeing a lot of baseball fights out of Taiwan.
I was about to say I saw that one baseball fight out of Taiwan today.
By
the way, just goes to show you how little is going on in the world, especially sports, that there was a brawl in a Thai baseball game and it was front cover news.
Well, SportsCenter was like, we got something.
I couldn't look anywhere without seeing info about this Thai baseball fight.
Well, it was, and it wasn't even that great of a
The guy got hit in the butt. It wasn't even thrown at his
Which,
head.
by the way, is if you're gonna hit anywhere, that's probably the best place to get hit.
They also, I saw they have like fake fans. They have like cardboard cutouts they put in like tons of the seats. Is it necessary? It's just. I don't want to say that's such an Asian thing, but it's such a Taiwanese baseball thing. Do we need fake fans?
It's so stereotypically Taiwanese to do that. I don't know anything about Taiwan, except China doesn't consider it a country.
Yeah,
but we do. Watch this just get like deleted,
destroyed.
That's it. My winner's Gamblers, and I'll tell you why, Henry. Because now people are gambling on simulated Madden games.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen this?
Oh yeah, of course.
So I thought about that, and I was thinking, I completely get that. That's the complete rush of gambling.
100%.
And especially with like, with the newest Madden ones where it's like, if it's a simulated game, it really looks pretty legit.
Totally.
Especially with their wide angle stuff. You can watch that. I mean, you're not going to be rooting for it. It's not going to have the same emotional connection. But it's basically like playing the slots, except more exciting.
When you're betting on sports, no matter what you think, you have no say in the outcome
at all.
It's the same thing here.
Yeah,
you know the stats. You know how the guys are ranked. I think it would be more fun to do NBA 2K and just go all the way through the NBA playoffs.
Just simulate it entirely.
Because anyone who played 2K, anyone who used to play 2K knows that more than any other game, MLB The Show used to be even more, but more than any other game with 2K, certain players that aren't that good just somehow are better. Like for years, J.R. Smith was. You ask anyone who played 2K, J.R. Smith was one of the better players in 2K. Like obviously you have LeBron and all like the top players. Every now and then you could just go fucking off with J.R. Smith, even though he was a 80 something.
Yeah.
So if you play 2K, you know there's certain like Jamal Crawford will always get buckets in 2K. You know what I mean? And it used to be the same thing with MLB The Show. Remember they had like a guy. What was that guy's name? Because they couldn't put Barry Bonds in the game.
Okay, so his name. So I was.
Barry Bonds wouldn't sign the rights to be in a video game or baseball cards. It was as a kid, it was very frustrating because he wanted to play as him, but he was the only player in the MLB not in the game. And then instead they had a Jerry something.
I'm gonna look him up.
They had a CPU player who was a made up name.
Barry Bonds video game.
And he was skinny. He didn't look like Bonds, but I believe he was. Oh, was he white? I thought he was black.
No, he's a white guy. His name was Joe Young. No, yeah.
Was it Joe Young?
Joe Young. Ready?
Joe Young, and he just raked.
Let's see. He was like the greatest because people forget Barry Bonds was the greatest baseball player
of all time.
Yeah. Was this him? Yeah.
I think that's him.
No, it's
he's a lefty.
This guy. I don't even have the ability to really bring this up. I mean, I can.
We're fine.
We're fine.
But
yeah, Joe Young, the guy was filthy.
But those are certain like that's the only thing that could give someone an unfair advantage in one of these games is like knowing like I know he's ranked an 84, but this guy is actually a stud in the game.
No matter what, though, people watching it are gonna be like, "This was fucking bullshit."
Oh yeah, no matter, I would be pissed off at any upset ever.
But also, here's the thing, and I think who's the fat guy was on Howard Stern for so many years, Artie Lang.
Yeah,
he has a great line where he says like when people say like, "Oh, I'm not like that into sports. I don't understand why people love watching sports." He says like, "How much money do you have in your wallet or in your bank account?" And then they say, "Oh, I got like $300." And it's like, "I want you to put $350 on the Browns." And this just became the most interesting game you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, your entire life.
And that's the truest thing. I think that like, I think if I put money on a Madden game, I would be like, the only issue I could see is if it's simulated, it will go by too quick.
Yeah.
And you kind of, that's
enjoy
the joy of
There are
the
two
gambling.
reasons to gamble in my mind. And the first is to win money because part of you just thinks I'm going to win a lot of money because
I've
good
never
at this.
filled out an NCAA bracket without thinking, honestly, I think this might be this might be it.
It might be perfect.
Yeah.
And then the other reason is because it's a lot of fun to watch the game when you have something riding on it. So I'm with you. You would have to do 12-minute quarters and like really have simulate timeouts somehow and commercial breaks.
Would it be insane to have Tony Romo, Al Michaels? Would it be insane to have them actually cover it? To get them actually to announce?
It would, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think it would.
Because they're just not as invested.
They're just not. They no matter what, they don't care. And then they're not really talking about real people. Having said that, what the fuck are we? What else are we doing right now? Doesn't look like anything starting for forever. Let's do something.
Elena Singer just said he used steroids. # cheater. I think she's talking about Barry Bonds. I agree with you, but Mark McGuire belongs in the hall. Okay.
My loser. Losers. My loser, I have two again. First one is Amy Schumer. So Amy Schumer.
What'd she do?
I haven't heard from her in a while, right?
Yeah, I think she's like starting a family.
She had a kid. She's one of the people that had a kid, but it felt like it was like 3 years of having a kid. I don't know.
That's a process.
But so she had a kid, and she just changed his name like several months after the kid was born.
That is a bold move.
So that's what I thought. Makes perfect sense. Makes her look like an absolute dummy, and that's why she's the loser, is that the baby's original name was Jean Attell, whatever her husband's last name is. So after several months, they realized that sounds exactly like genital. It's Jean Attell Schumer, whatever the name is.
Jean Attell.
My thought is, how do you even let that slip? You're naming a kid. This is the biggest decision of your entire life. Don't fuck up. Think about every possibility.
Yeah.
Like we know some people with some really bad names. And it's just shocked. Like, how did your parents
name them?
I don't want to. I don't want to even name them.
Who's got a really bad name?
I'm not. I don't want to talk about it.
Dude, they probably don't listen.
But like, how do you let Gina tell? How do you let that? How are you not saying it 100 million times out loud? I would even go through abbreviations, possible nicknames. You got to go through everything. That will ruin your life if your name's like that. Unless you are an absolute stud.
I got sort of a take. I actually don't think it's a big issue at all because I think most people don't know what anybody's middle names are.
Doesn't matter, dude. Once it comes up, that's never going. You can't put that cat back in the box.
What's my middle name?
Your
of course
brother.
you know. Of course you know. I just think that you go by Gene or Attell, and yeah, what
that
they changed
slips
the name
out
to?
once.
What they changed the name
You're
to?
fucked. David. So Gene David. They changed the middle name.
Because so they're naming after David Tell.
Is that a guy?
Did you just put it together? Yeah, David Tell. He's the stand-up guy. He's the David Tell is in Trainwreck. He's the homeless guy. He's got the voice.
That guy sucks.
He's like what literally every stand-up comedian considers the best stand-up comedian.
I think he is not funny.
Yeah, they're like, in the words of Joe Rogan, he murders.
I thought he was the.
He's a murderer.
I thought he was the worst part in Trainwreck.
I thought he was funny.
I don't get in movies when they're like, and then the homeless guy is part of the crew too.
Yeah.
It's like, no, he's not. I guarantee he's not.
You clearly haven't seen Drill Bit Taylor.
I guarantee. By the way, I love Drill Bit Taylor. We watched that.
We watched it twice recently.
We watched Drill Bit Taylor a couple times this week. That's a good movie. And then my second loser is Ronda Rousey. Have you seen this Ronda Rousey stuff?
No, I haven't.
So I don't like the C word. I've said it very few times, even out loud.
Do it.
It's just uncomfortable. No, I won't. I just don't like the way it
You
sounds.
can do it if you do an Australian accent.
It's very or British.
Yeah.
Like once again, I've been watching a lot of Peaky Blinders. They like to say it a lot.
Yeah.
But Ronda Rousey is just the most unlikable C word of all time. She like doesn't even try. It's like she's trying to be the biggest B word ever. Bitch. And at first I thought it was like because she's in the WWE and
no,
she's a heel.
Is she being a bitch where she's mean, or is she being a bitch like where she's being a little bitch?
She's being a little
bit
bitch.
both?
She's being a little bitch.
She's being a little bitch.
So she quit the WWE. So a couple years ago, she got her shit rocked in the UFC. Abruptly, like retired. Didn't do any interviews. Like everyone was really shitting on her for that because she was kind of being a pussy about it. Like totally shied away from everything. Then joins the WWE. Immediately becomes their like number one focus for all the women. She like her first wrestling match was like the title card of WrestleMania, which is like unheard of. All this stuff. And then this week she came out and she was like, "I'm done. I'm tired of doing this for all these fucking ungrateful fans." And basically was like for doing a fake sport for 200 days a year.
Fake sport?
She's called a fake sport multiple times. Really doubled down on the fake sport thing, where because people were like, "Shut the fuck up, it's not fake" and stuff. Everyone knows it's fake, Rhonda. No one is here saying that this is real. What we're saying is that people actually get hurt and stuff. Like it does take some athleticism, and everyone, I assume, like it's one of my biggest pet peeves. And it's kind of like I don't like you if you wrestling's fake. So it's like listen, I don't watch wrestling anymore. I'm not a huge supporter.
Yeah.
Watch Mick Foley face Edge in the cage and tell me that that's not real at all. Like I know, obviously it's scripted. Guys are falling from 30 feet in the air onto a bed of tacks. You know, it's still at least entertaining and impressive.
I will say though too, because like I think I kind of support it. I think we actually both support wrestling. We
100%.
don't really watch it. The one thing when people are like, it's fake, and it's like, no, dude, it's real. You see what happens to their bodies. It's like I think both sides of that argument are kind of wrong because it's like, no, it's real, but it's real drama.
Yeah, but I think there's like everyone knows it's a drama. Like obviously it's scripted.
I think it's more just saying like, yeah, but it's good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
it's entertaining.
It's still good.
Yeah,
it's not like stupid. Like it's like even the people who say
I just think but I also think it takes athleticism. You can't just like we couldn't just go into the ring right now. See what the fuck they do?
No,
it's insane. Like you got to be a fucking ninja.
Part of me thinks we could go into the ring. I just because I want the shot. Just give me the Vince McMahon. Give me the title shot. It's funny you were saying that too because like of all brands, companies to go after, I would not go after WWE
Wrong
because
one.
Right now I almost made them my winner because they have. So far, I've seen, obviously, they have the Big Show, which I don't know if you guys have seen on Netflix. It's not good. It's not for you. Michaela and I tried it out, and at like 15 minutes in, I said, like, oh, it's for kids.
Oh, yeah, it's not an adult sitcom.
I didn't realize that. I thought it was like King of Queens.
It's just fun to watch a show about a 7'3" man.
Yeah.
Like, it's just good TV. Every time, at any scene, there's going to be a couple laughs to just look at how big that guy is.
And they also have a new movie. I've seen the trailer for it's like Mike, but it's the kid puts on a mask, and when he puts on a mask, he's a superhero. And then there's like we have a like open tryouts to join the WWE.
Sick.
And so in that they're like it's real. So he becomes a WWE superstar, and they're actually wrestling. He's beating these guys, and it's like WWE just through Netflix bought the next generation.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
They just bought him.
Like Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, we watched it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
fantastic.
We've been watching a lot of movies.
But Ronda Rousey came out and said, anyone who's outraged by me calling pro wrestling fake fights for fun, because that's what she said. She's like, I don't want to spend my time doing fake fights for fun. She says there's never realism. That's where I just like I don't think that's what anyone is trying to say.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone is trying to compare WWE to UFC. Obviously not. Right?
The other thing too is I think what she
like look at Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar went to the UFC and then went to the WWE.
So
it's not real, even though he sells the fuck out of it. He's a great actor.
He went to WWE, then he went to UFC, then he went back to WWE, and now WWE is kind of like Fast and Furious, where it's like if you are even there for a minute, you're family.
You're in,
and you're always in. If people like you, you're just. I mean, right now the amount of wrestlers that were like around when we were kids is crazy. It's still like half of the card.
Yeah, I just saw Kurt Angle just got let go.
Yeah.
I was like, it was nice that he was still on contract. That's
yeah.
pretty cool. He's like fucking 50.
Well, speaking of Kurt Angle, what I was going to say that she should have done is what Kurt Angle did, which is instead of coming, she came to be like the hero.
Uh-huh.
If you are, the easiest thing to do is to come as the heel.
Well, she was the heel. She was a bad guy.
Was she really playing as the bad guy? Was she going?
She got booed everything. Yeah. I think that's the reason she quit is because she didn't like being the heel. That's my guess. Because she got booed everywhere. And she did not she wasn't good at it. Like she clearly was disappointed at everyone booing her. Like she should have sold it like Kurt Angle, like just be down to be the bad guy.
If you guys can tell me, if anybody in the who's watching this can tell me, I feel like she came in to be the hero.
Maybe that was her goal, but like
And
she
they
came in. She was Rowdy Ronda Rousey, like Rowdy Ronda or whatever Piper, and like he was a bad guy too. Like everyone, the bad guys still have fans, but like she was a Randy Orton, like a legend killer, like
it's
coming in to disrupt.
It's so easy to come in and be the bad guy. If you embrace the hate, it's so much easier to make people hate you than love you.
100%.
Yeah, probably why I'm so good.
Who's your loser?
The Gnar. So shredding the Gnar no more. Did you see what they did at the Venice skate park?
Yeah.
They filled it with sand.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
That's pretty punk rock though.
That's pretty. Yeah. I don't know. So basically there's a.
It seems like it's unnecessary.
So there's a skate park at the Venice boardwalk where all like the hippies and the riffraff are. It's where you can buy like a T-shirt that says like the C word on it.
It's awesome. You can like there's like guys who just like walk on glass.
Yeah.
But there's no trick to it. They're
No.
just like cutting up their feet and it's like put in $5.
There's like earn this.
Yeah, put in $5. I'll walk on glass for you.
If you want to get like your ears pierced or a tattoo or a fun caricature, Venice boardwalk.
Mhm.
There's also homeless people fucking everywhere. Also Muscle Beach. But they also have this skate park thing that I love. Every time we go there, I just watch for like 30 minutes.
Dude, the skate park is so awesome because it's a ton of people.
Mm-hmm.
Half of them are so good. Half of them are eating shit. And then there's like one like 9-year-old girl who's just
Always.
embarrassing everyone.
Who's just filthy.
Yeah, it's sick.
It's awesome. And then her dad's there and you're always like
Of course that's her dad.
and you always just say to yourself like, that's what I'm going to be like with my daughter.
Yeah,
But
that's exactly what I'm going to be like with my daughter.
But
yeah.
I don't know how to skateboard, so
Yeah.
we'll figure out what our thing will be. But I guess people, even in quarantine, they weren't giving it up. They had to go and they had to rip.
I get
And
that. I mean, if you think like
Yeah.
you're being quarantined, it's like, I'm going to go skate. I won't be near anybody.
Yeah.
Just go rip some bowls.
Mm-hmm. Both in the bowl and weed. And they weren't doing it, so they filled it with sand. Doesn't that seem like something like the bad guys would do in a really shitty movie?
It's exactly what they do. Because I wish they had filled it with water or something. You know?
No, dude. Nobody knows how to drain a pool like a skateboarder.
Exactly.
Have you seen Words of Dogtown?
Exactly. That's exactly what made me think of it.
Yeah. Also, you can get the sand out of there.
If you get like some like leaf blowers. I was about to say, dude, I think it's going to be tough to get all that sand out of there.
I don't think they filled it all the way up.
No. They just put enough to like.
If everybody works together, Hen.
By the way, there's one guy who was like, fuck it, I bet I won't do anything. Went down the bowl. Just.
Well, they have those
skateboard stops.
They have those beach bikes. Maybe they can put on those.
Wow.
On their on the wheels.
How bad do you want to rip? That's the question.
I wish I could, dude. I just don't know how. I think I'm too. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think skateboarding might be besides Tony Hawk, a short man's game.
Yeah,
I think so. I think the longer you are, I think Tony Hawk is like
he's he's like 6'4",
an anomaly.
Yeah, I could see that. Christian Nasoy, all the other dudes seem pretty small. All right, moving on. We got a good game of Would You Rather, except it's not at all like the normal Would You Rather.
Mm-hmm.
There's this new thing called All In. It's the All In Challenge, and it's pretty awesome. It's like celebrities are doing this thing where you donate money to them or to Corona relief, and then they all are doing something awesome. Like they're picking out of a hat one person who donated to get some really cool experience. So there's like every celeb imaginable is doing it because Corona is such a big deal. And so I wanted to go through some of the
it's a pretty unbelievable
people's
list.
things, yeah. And you only need the minimum amount is $10, and you can get an entry.
But some of them there are like it's highest bidder.
Oh, really?
Some of them. So there's some where it's like raffle style, and then some that are like silent auction style.
God, they should all be raffle style.
Although I don't think it's silent. I think it's just regular auction style.
Yeah.
But I think some of them.
I just don't like that because it's like, okay, rich people get to do cool, more rich things. Like anytime it's like, yeah, this guy got to go.
Cause.
Yeah, I guess.
But the best stuff is the raffle stuff.
The raffle stuff's the best, yeah. Because like if you could just buy your way into a lot of these, it's like, well, fuck, man. That CEO's son doesn't need to go fucking play golf with Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Like, let me do that. That's dope.
Yeah.
But $10 entry, it's like, okay, I'm actually going to probably donate to a handful of these.
There are some that I've seen where I'm like, I'd be too nervous if I won.
So let's go through a couple of them. So first one I saw was you get a walk-on role in a Martin Scorsese movie, which I did not know what walk-on meant. Just it's like an extra, but you're moving.
No,
maybe you have a line.
I think you're either an extra. I think you're what do you call an extra that's featured extra. I think you're like a featured extra.
Okay,
you're like, yeah, it's over there.
You got to do that in a Martin Scorsese movie. that Leo and Robert De Niro are also in, and then you spend the day with them and like you like have lunch.
Are
and
they
whatnot.
already making this movie?
Apparently.
Okay, I was gonna say, or is he just like the next?
We'll
one
come
they-
up with a movie. Don't worry about that.
It's gonna have Leo. It's gonna have Bobby. I guarantee it.
I thought the same thing. They must have a specific movie in mind.
Yeah.
So that one's pretty sweet because anything with Leo.
It's Garfield 3.
I've always thought De Niro would just be an asshole.
He,
Like I don't know if I would really want to hang with him.
Yeah, he seems too much like a thespian.
He does.
Yeah.
And Leo just seems so baller.
No, be a gangster, dude.
Biggest part about meeting Leo is you have to pick out the best flex fit hat you have in your rotation.
Yes.
Just to, like immediately bond.
To get
Flex
his
fits.
respect,
Yeah.
you need a flex fit hat that you really you don't fully bend. You get the perfect like middle bend.
And then it has to be like a school from a Power 5 conference that's not one of the top teams in that conference.
Mm-hmm.
Like he always has like West Virginia.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Or
he's
like-
a huge Mountaineers guy.
See, that's the thing. He's just picking like, okay, we'll go to the big conferences, but then I'm going to wear like a Arizona State
Yeah.
hat. I'm not wearing USC. You know what I mean?
think of a
I'm
good
wearing Minnesota in the Big Ten. Okay, like that kind of thing. And he has it down to a science. It's really impressive.
I'm wearing a Kansas football.
Yeah, football hat. Okay. So yeah, so that would be
Actually, Clemson's pretty good basketball now.
yeah. So that one would be dope. You got a round of golf with Bill Murray and Justin Timberlake at Pebble Beach.
Okay, so which one do you take?
You get both.
You get both. If
You're
you
in
win.
a threesome with Justin Timberlake and Bill Murray at Pebble Beach for 18 holes.
And you're
What?
in the Scorsese movie.
No, this is a totally separate
no,
one.
I was like, why would they tag team those? Those are good prizes on their own. They can make more money.
It's life changing. No, these are all different. These are like different people's things. So this is Bill Murray and Justin Timberlake. They started one, and it's like whoever wins, 18 holes with them two, Pebble Beach. That's pretty unreal.
You know what I love is for these things too. It's like for $10 you get 100 tickets, and it's like this is all on the internet. You're gonna be. It's the same ratio. Just have $10 be 10 tickets.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Why are you making it like it's 10 cents a ticket? You have to buy them in dollar pairs, so you'll get 10 tickets. You can only buy 10 tickets at a time.
We're just gonna keep adding zeros. Just make it seem grander than it is.
I bought 10,000 tickets. How many were there bought total? 12 billion. Shut the fuck up. Just let's reduce.
My only worry with this one is like I'm not that great at golf. I wouldn't want to like be holding him up, be self-conscious the whole time. But having said that, I assume it'd be pretty lax atmosphere.
I think I'd be more uncomfortable on the set
Yeah.
because I'd be like, hey, I'm a fan.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And then they're just because I think
Also on the set, you have all these people trying to do their jobs. You don't want to get in the way. Golf course, it's like I'm not getting in anyone's way.
and you said Bill Murray and Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet combo.
That's a pretty awesome combo.
Pretty sweet combo.
That's a drinking combo.
Yeah, exactly. And ask anybody, ask Donald Trump, Bill Clinton. There's something about being on the golf course that just gets you loose.
Yeah.
You know? So you probably hear some stories that they don't tell a lot.
It's where you get a lot of the locker room talk that all these men
Yeah.
get in trouble for.
Around the 9th hole, you pull out a pack of cigs. They're both down.
Here's the thing.
You're the cool guy because you brought the cigs.
Yeah, because you brought the
Yeah,
cigs.
you brought the cigs. They're
Actually,
unfiltered. They're camels.
One of their guys has the cigs.
Yeah, I
Although
assume.
I guarantee you, Bill Murray's like one of those guys where it's like, I only smoke Camel Crushes.
Yeah, only.
Because he likes
He likes to crush. He just
To
likes the
crush it.
feeling of it.
he likes to do that.
He likes to crush it.
So I'm going to go with that, assuming that after I win the raffle, I have there's a period of time between winning and playing. It's not like you won, get on the thing tomorrow. Because if I
You
win,
get a little practice going.
I'm going to practice until I'm going to be Andy Bernard in that episode where I got a little blisties.
Little blisties on my finger. Hit
Like
about
all
2,000 balls
kids.
last night.
I didn't like golf lessons. Hang out with the nodding or
Yeah,
the sailing club. Get my knot on.
Yeah, I'd have to go. I'd have to spend some time in the gym on that one for sure.
Mhm.
And then all of them, by the way, are fully paid, every expense, like flights, hotels.
Okay, so we
everything.
need to invest in this.
You know, so I'm gonna pick
Can
a
you
couple.
bring a
of these
buddy?
after.
Can we both?
A couple of them have buddies. I'll get to
Okay,
those ones.
alright.
The next one, you got
Because
to.
I'd be uncomfortable doing it alone. I'd be much more comfortable if we can be like, hey, let's show them the pizzazz.
Yeah, we're cool.
Yeah.
I'll play 9. You play 9.
Yeah.
The next one is you got a speaking role in a Kevin Hart movie. I don't think that's as cool as it seems. Being on a movie set is really cool. Again, there's so many people moving. You're constantly going to be in people's way. But it would be cool. You would get your own trailer and your own like hair, and makeup, like all that stuff.
They say that.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
I bet you that'd be the trailer where they really pay attention to it.
Yeah. Oh, they
We gotta
really
make sure,
care.
We gotta make sure this guy. What do you do? Oh, we paid $10. We gotta really give this guy the love.
It would be fun though to like especially if you've never done anything to all of a sudden deliver a line in a movie. Just how many takes and like walking through that would be pretty hilarious.
Can I do an accent?
I think it's up to you.
If I'm gonna do an accent, I think the only way I could do that is if I walked on with an accent, and then
Yeah,
it was just
you
like
just soul it the whole
I'm
way.
German.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a tough accent to pick.
I'd live it. I would just listen to Stellan Skarsgård.
Yeah. Just
Or-
riff.
I would just watch. Or he's not German.
He's like Swedish.
I'd be Swedish. I would just watch
Whatever
Chernobyl
Skarsgård
over
is.
and over and over again.
Next, this one's pretty insane. So Drake.
Push you out of the helicopter.
This is
I was so bad.
Yeah.
Go on.
This is Drake's one. So you get 4 tickets to a Drake concert,
Yeah.
which is great. You don't have to go alone. You get to go to the after party with Drake, VIP, all that.
With all the young people.
then you get to go on his private plane, which is like the biggest private. It's as big as Air Force One.
Yeah.
Party on his plane on the way to whatever his next concert is. That's like cross country, like you go to Europe or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty awesome. That's like
pretty dope.
15 hours of stuff with Drake.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty sick.
I don't really like Drake though.
Who cares, dude? He parties. If there's one thing we know about Drake, he parties.
Yeah, but isn't it kind of sketchy?
What do you mean sketchy? Underage girls?
Yeah.
Well, he had that whole Millie Bobby Brown thing.
I think that's one of the things.
And a Billie Eilish. I think he's had a couple. I think any budding female pop star, he's in their DMs being like, I'd love to date you. I think it's what they call grooming. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure that's
yeah.
what grooming means.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be in Jake.
Really? You're going to put your foot down?
I'll fucking go. I'll go. I'm gonna do it.
I'm
just saying.
No,
I might spend my $10 elsewhere.
Here's what I'm going to do, and we have evidence now. I'm going to spend a good amount of money on this, and then if I win, Jack, you are not invited. I get to bring 3 friends, and you will not be one of them because you're all perved out by Drake because he likes Millie Bobby Brown.
Oh, you're gonna go with the guy who's being weird with 11? You love Stranger Things.
I will invite Millie Bobby Brown. She'll be one of my plus ones.
That's even weirder.
Okay.
Why would she say yes?
The next one is pretty sick too. All these are sick.
Why would she need your invite?
I don't know. It's on the table, Millie.
So that's one option. Or
what do you mean?
so aren't you doing this or that?
Oh, I was just going to do all of them, and we'll pick at
Okay,
the end.
okay. Keep going.
We can do one or the other, but
Okay, I like doing one or the other. I think do that and something to
okay.
match
So
it.
so
'Cause
so
I'm gonna forget.
Scorsese or golf? Which one?
Golf.
Me too. Kevin Hart or Drake?
Fuck, I'm gonna go Drake.
There we go. Hypocrite. Drake, me as well. The next two are pretty dope. The next one's awesome. So Matthew McConaughey has one where the winner gets to go to a Texas football game with him and his family, sideline and his suite, and then you have after game dinner drinks with his whole family.
Fuck 'em.
And you're doing barbecue and whatnot in
Yeah.
Austin.
My accent.
Like that's pretty great, right?
I should have Bill Clinton.
It sounded like Clinton, yeah.
I did like in Arkansas.
He was like 5 minutes too late on that when we were talking about Clinton.
Yeah.
But that one's pretty sweet.
Yeah. No, I'm fucking that. It's gonna be tough to top.
That's gonna be tough to be on.
Can you top it?
I do not. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put up this one because it might. You get a 1-day contract with the Mavericks. You got to do shoot around, like pregame warmups, and shoot a free throw in a preseason game. Not a real game, preseason game.
And it has to be a free throw, dude. If it's in a preseason game, give me some minutes.
Right? Actually, give me
Right?
multiple minutes. Fucking Billy Crystal had an at-bat in a Yankee spring training game.
Yeah,
Give me like 8 minutes
dude.
throughout the game. I
yeah.
went 2 minutes a quarter. By the way,
How quickly would you throw up when you're trying to run back and forth and keep up with these guys?
this is my dream. So
Yes.
I think this would have to be. This might be number one for all of them for me. To be able to put the warm-ups on, be in the locker room, run out. and then-
Your Dallas Mavericks.
check, and then I go through shoot around, and I got like a ball boy with me, like kind of like faux guarding me, like he's got a hand in my face, but he's not trying to tip my shot.
Yeah.
And then I shoot, and they get the rebound for like. What are we talking about? This is why I live.
How hard do you think those guys pass?
So fucking hard.
Like
dude.
I'm worried.
So fucking hard.
I'm worried about like finger break.
Like I
'Cause
would
I'm
always
not from like it being that hard, but me being like, I'm used to you and your shitty ass bounce passes, and now I'm getting one that's just like a drill, like breaking my finger.
Al Harrington straight to the
Yeah.
digits.
Yeah.
Both NBA people passing and NFL quarterbacks throwing the ball, people just do not understand how hard it's moving, like how fast it's going. It's like I guess everyone there's a number for pitchers throwing, so it's 100 miles an hour or whatever.
Yeah, but even then, you never like stood up against it. You don't realize that you cannot see it.
Go watch Andy Dalton throw a football. He would break your hands.
Yeah.
Like you have to. They throw so fucking hard. It's ridiculous.
It's why catching it with one hand is insanity.
Nuts.
Yeah,
Absolutely nuts.
because you need to do that. You need to squeeze at the right time.
Yeah. Like people, you always see people doing the what do you call those? Like the batting machine, the pitching machine when you put it sideways and there's the football that you put in it. I'm fucking forgetting the name. Those always look like comically fast. They're not really. That's how fucking fast the ball goes.
Yeah.
But so I think about right on passing. But
That's what was so funny about Peyton Manning's last season is like he was
He
just
was throwing ducks.
out there.
absolute
It was like,
wobbly ducks.
It was like I could throw it better than that. And
Accurate
I could.
ducks,
I
though.
probably could. He had a neck thing though. It was,
What do you pick of those two?
McConaughey. I think I have to just because if I'm not getting minutes, it's like it's the difference between am I putting you, although it maybe
Preseason in minutes makes me lean McConaughey, which is shocking because again, NBA that's like my absolute dream. Don't let me put me in the game. Let me go through warm-ups in a regular season game. Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
Like I won't get in anyone's way.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna love me. They're probably gonna invite me back. To be honest with you.
Let me sit on the bench and like just entertain me going in.
Yeah.
Be like,
just be a guy.
All right, he's wiped. He's in foul trouble. Maybe put Jack at the 4.
Just have me take off my warm-ups, go to check in,
Yeah.
and then call timeout, and then don't put me in.
Yeah, and then they're opting not to put.
But
him
let
in.
me step on the sticky tape. Let me get my shoes all greased up.
Yeah.
Like just let me do that, please, Mark. I really want to do it.
All I want to do is take one shot in the NBA.
Yeah, one.
And here's the thing.
You can block it. You can do whatever.
No, in order for me to take a shot and to get it off, I need to be so far away.
Yeah, very far away.
Because otherwise they're going to block it. There will be just no shot. I need to literally, you inbound the ball, I turn, chuck it, hoping they're not pressing.
Here's the thing though, Jack.
Yeah.
And I've always had this theory about basketball. Basketball is different because it's simpler. There's a ball. You're trying to get it in there. I've always said, if there was ever an open tryout for anything, any NBA team, college team,
you could get lucky.
You go. What if you don't miss a shot?
Yeah.
What if you're not? It doesn't mean you're great or anything. But what if the odds are with you, and every time you throw the ball up, it goes through that hoop?
Yeah, it's not
like it could happen.
It's like 1 out of 10,000 where it's like
but it could happen.
Everything just went right. And
Other
then
sports,
like, we need this guy.
Other sports, that's impossible. Football, you're not. It's speed. The whole thing. Like it's just not going to happen. You can't fake it.
Yeah.
Same with baseball. You're just not going to be able to hit the baseball. You can't.
Yeah.
Basketball, who knows, Jack? We've seen guys make full court shots for $1 million.
Yeah, it's amazing. It happens probably more. They probably have like a better percentage of taking those, I think.
Yeah.
I've always thought like more people make those than statistically they should.
Totally.
And so more people are getting those $1 million.
Yeah.
I gotta go McConaughey because I think
I'd go McConaughey.
I think he would immediately be like your family.
Yeah, I think it goes well. Next, you got to go to a courtside Nets game with Andrew Yang, and then you go to dinner with him after. Him and his fam. Okay.
What?
Or you got to do batting
practice. Is he a big
practice.
Nets guy?
Apparently. That's pretty cool.
No, that is cool. But I mean, I also just think that me and Judge would be boys.
Yeah.
I think he and I would just like.
He seems like a chill dude.
Yeah.
Next, last one.
Weird teeth.
Okay. You got to play in next year's Celebrity NBA All-Star Game. That might be the best one yet, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna add 2 of them.
Because that's one too where it's like unless they do this stupid thing, which they will do, where they're like, oh, and Scottie Pippen's playing.
Yeah, they always do that.
Again,
makes no sense.
I don't think there's been any person that's like, honestly, if we didn't have Scottie, it wouldn't have been as fun.
Yeah.
Like it's always like, why are we
And Scottie drops 45, and then Bieber gets the MVP award, and he made 3 shots on 14 attempts.
Yeah.
1 steal. 3 turnovers.
Because you can't give it to Scottie because he shouldn't be playing in the game.
Yeah. So why do we have him playing in the game? So Celebrity All-Star Game, or I'm going to add 2. I'm going to do 2 because nothing else is that equal to it. 50-yard line tickets to the Super Bowl. That's a Roger Goodell one. You got to do the whole Super Bowl weekend thing. And Justin Bieber comes to your house and sings 1 song. That's Justin Bieber's thing. He comes and he sings One Less Lonely Girl and then leaves.
It's One Less Lonely Girl for sure?
It has to be that song.
Is that his song?
Apparently.
I don't know.
I think this is a cop-out by the Biebs. Come on, Biebs. Sing one of your albums.
Yeah, give me a show.
1 song. It's like a 10-minute thing.
Yeah, I bet he's doing it because he's thinking like, I'm gonna get a really weird guy.
I'm sure he is more.
Go into his home.
Totally.
And just be like,
totally. Just comparing Drake's letting me go on his plane.
I think I'm going the Super Bowl and Bieber's though, just because I think that the Bieber experience is something that is truly an experience that you will never be able to replicate in your life. Of just like, it was the weirdest thing in the world. He came to my house. He came in. He used my bathroom.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
shit,
have
he
any.
took a shit in my bathroom.
I didn't have any towels in there, and we were running very low on soap.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear the water running. So
Can
I
you
don't
imagine the
think he
high you
washed
would
his
get
hands.
if you hear knock knock or like even a text or a call like, Jack, this is Justin Bieber. I'm in your bathroom. I took a shit. There's no toilet paper. Can you grab me some?
Yeah, I'd be high for weeks.
It would be pretty sweet.
I wouldn't be able to sleep for weeks.
It would be pretty sweet.
Yeah,
It would be dope.
be pretty cool.
So yeah, so there's oh great. There's a couple more. I think the only other one I have written down is you got to go to Tom Brady's first game in Tampa Bay, and he gives you the whole works walk around. Pretty awesome because I love Brady. But again, when they're doing their thing, it's one thing. Drake does a million concerts a year. He's not going to be that distracted. Brady's first game in Tampa, like the guy's going to be doing his fucking thing. Like I don't want to. I feel like I'd be getting in his way.
Well, Alyssa Bloomberg said he serenaded a girl at each concert. So basically, would he with the song "One Less Lonely Girl"? So is he serenading you? Because that
Yes,
again,
yes.
I picked that. I think that would be the funniest experience in my
I
life.
assume that's implied.
Oh yeah. By the way, Justin Bieber serenaded me.
Yeah.
One time. Jealous.
And I got
ladies?
hard. It was
Yeah.
weird.
Well, yeah. And I don't think anybody would judge you for that.
No. If we win that one, we'll donate. When he comes, I'll dress like a girl,
Wouldn't
and
be
we'll
hard.
try to play it off.
Wouldn't be hard, right?
Hey, come on,
Got him.
come on. You know that. Sensitive about that, Jack.
You're very thin.
That's why. Okay. Moving on. I am a million degrees, by the way, so I don't know how much.
I know. I'm basically good to go.
We're going. Last thing, let's just give our thoughts on the new reality show on Netflix called Too Hot to Handle.
Best show ever, worst show ever too.
It is all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Couple things. So the way the show works is they got all these hot and horny people that we know no information about. The show did not do a good job of telling you what's going on. There's no host. They don't really tell you rules. It seems like they kind of came up with it as they went along. They got like 5 super hot guys, 5 super hot chicks. They're all in great shape. And then the way the game works is there's $100,000. We don't know if everyone gets $100,000, if it's split, if there's a winner. They literally don't tell you. Like the show is very poorly orchestrated or constructed, I guess. Every time you kiss somebody, and again, they don't even tell you this, but every time you kiss somebody, $3,000 is deducted from
But
the
you
pot.
don't know how much money is deducted. They kept that. I don't know why.
It's just weird. But $3,000. I think oral sex is $6,000, which does not seem proportionate.
That's a pretty
Right?
Yeah.
That does not seem
So
proportionate.
if you're gonna kiss, you might as well go. You might as well.
And then having sex is you lose $20,000. So it's like these people are working together. Now, my first thought, Jack, is, and I don't know if this makes me a total pathetic loser, not kissing or having sex with anyone for a month. Not
an
that
issue.
hard. Honestly, I'm going to call it a piece of cake.
Honestly, I'm gonna call it the easiest thing, the easiest money I've ever made.
Absolute piece of cake.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm less horny or if I'm just, again, I'm a loser. Maybe I'm just, everyone else is out there getting ass all the time. And I'm on the sidelines. I can take a break.
So that's the flaw
For a month.
That's the flaw in the show. And when you start watching the show, you're like, this is really dumb. Of course they're gonna win. It was like, it seems though like they basically
They casted it
pulled
perfectly.
a Jersey Shore, and they're like, no, they casted people who are so dumb. These people are so
You cannot
so
believe how they
stupid.
introduce themselves. How they introduce themselves, how confident and how they're open they are to talking about, I have sex all the time. I don't care about feelings or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just want to fuck. It's like, okay, Harry from
Yeah.
Australia. Nice to meet you.
You have, and I mean, the guy Harry is all time, but you have the dumbest people
Yeah,
ever.
they're
and
very,
it's like,
very dumb.
hey, all you have to do is not kiss each other. And you know what they do? They kiss each other.
Immediately.
And which, by the way, my strategy if I was producing the show, what I would have done is I would have made it so that kissing, they find out, is like $10. And so they're like, oh, we're good. Then they're making out, they're all getting hot and heavy. And then eventually somebody's like, I can't. That way you're at least, you're getting them to move. Because otherwise there's nothing. Oh my God, dude, just don't do it.
It seems very simple. And that's what, you're totally right. They cast it perfectly. We're like, this girl, Francesca, who I think is going to be a absolute celeb superstar after this because she's really good looking. And her whole thing on the show was she's just super horny. She lost every time someone loses money. I think every time but 2 or 3 times she was involved. Different guys. At one point she makes out with a girl.
You think she was a Confederate? You think she was with the producers and was like, who do you want me to get this time?
I don't know, but if not, she's the horniest woman I've ever met, and she's a 10 out of 10. So that's usually a recipe for wealth and fame.
Yes.
So I think this smart decision for her to be on the show.
Yes, very good
because
casting.
it's gonna good for you.
They should make a season 2. Rethink. The
You
worst.
got to rethink the construct of it.
The worst thing that they have by far, though, is they have like this weird sort of almost like Arrested Development, Ron Howard and Arrested Development, like narrator.
It's painful to listen to.
It's very painful. Who's sort of weighing in, being like, not to like while they're talking, it's like looks like Timmy doesn't really know what Rhonda wants.
Yeah,
and
they pick the guy or girl that everyone hates when they're around, when they're going to say something after the fact that they've had time to think of and create a funny line.
Yeah.
And they're just going to throw it in there.
They pick the guy who loves puns. And it's like, I'm really funny. And it's just puns. And it's like, puns aren't fucking funny.
Yeah. And so it's the most annoying thing anytime it's like people are about to make out and someone mentions golf. And it's like, well, looks like Harry's about to have his own hole-in-one. And you're like, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. I want to see what Harry does here.
Why are you doing this?
I can follow the plot.
Yeah. It's simple.
I get it if it's like they're like, we fucked up and we lost all of the B-roll. I get that.
Yeah.
But they don't. It's a full show. And they just will literally mute people so that the narrator can be like, here's another quip for you. It's so dumb.
It's super dumb.
Really great show. Very addictive.
I really enjoyed it.
The poster is like straight out of Wild Things.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, I'm turned on.
Very turned on.
Yeah.
Very turned on.
I get what they're doing.
They need to also, I think, have a way to, like, at the very end, it's so stupid. I'm spoiled. But like, you have an opportunity to win back money. Mm-hmm. There should always be a thing in my mind. You want to encourage more sexual stuff. Mm-hmm. There should be a way to do sexual stuff to get money.
I think the issue is prostitution there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but now I agree. I think that that's why we have our new show called International Waters.
Because something I was thinking of that would be a good show is like you got people come and there's some singles, some people in relationships. And then if you cheat on your person, you get money.
Okay.
So there's even more of an incentive.
Yeah.
But again, I think the prostitution thing makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think, fuck it.
Yeah. And by the end, by the way, they all walk away. The amount of money they walk away with is not worth. Like, I guess you're on a free vacation and stuff. It's great. It's I mean, good. Who wouldn't want some money? But like, compared to other shows, the prize money, it's like, boy, your budget must have been nothing.
Yeah. I mean, was there ever a point when they're like, honestly, you guys have fucked up so many times. The way that it splits up now, you guys each get like $800. And they're like, okay, cool. So we're just going to fuck each other now.
Yeah. Now we just bang. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end, they literally had an opportunity to win back like everything they lost. So it's like, okay, then what have we been doing for the past 28 days?
What do they have to do? Maybe don't tell me.
I won't spoil anybody.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I know we've said it before, but basically why you're seeing a new setup is we built a new setup. The idea is to be able to do this more.
Yeah.
And to do it easier. And I think we're almost there.
We're going to do a couple this week for sure. We just got to figure out the heat in here.
Yeah.
It's my one thing.
Yeah, we just need to have the AC going beforehand. That's a pod.
Yeah, until next time, there's only one thing left to say.
Let me see if I can get that thing up there.
Sure.
I think it's this one. Kick it. Fucking see ya.